In this video, we are going to learn to create this kind of connection right here. We are going to make it run. You see it has 1 plate, 2 plates, and 3 plates, and then 6 bolts in each side of the connection. And this is a connection type beam, column, and beam. So we are going to create that, and we are going to see how we can also duplicate it or apply it everywhere, and also how to mirror that connection to the other side. All right, so let's go ahead and start. Okay, so this is the 3D view. The first thing that we are going to do is to, in a 3D view, modify the section box so we can focus only on what we want. So in my case, it's just this corner right here, this connection right there. All right, so we are going to create the first plate right here. So we go to steel, and in this case, I'm gonna extract this set of tools so I can have them right here, and I can go to other tabs without worrying about losing my tools. So first thing first, we need to set the working plane, right? So we pick a plane, and in this case we are going to pick this face. So we pick it right there. We can see it if you want to. It's right there. All right, so now we can create the plate. We are going to use this rectangle tool, and we are going to work just in the 3D view. So if you are wondering how to work on the 3D view, it's just we're going to work like this. Doesn't matter if it's not exactly the way that we want. We are going to use these temporary dimensions. So all right, so to use temporary dimension, we just click on one of the edges and then pick on this side with this side. And in this case, we are going to give it 15 millimeters, 15 here as well, and finally 15 right here. And in the bottom, we're going to give it a lot more. So we are going to use this side, and we are going to give it 400. All right, now that that is done, we can finish there. And it says that none of these elements is visible in here, so we can go to VV in our keyboard, scroll down until you see the structural connections, and if you expand that section, you see that some of this stuff is not being shown. Just select everything with shift and then apply, and you will be able to see this metal or steel a plate. So if you don't like, for example, the thickness of this plate, you can increase it here. For example, let's put 15 millimeters, and there we have it. Now we are going to create another one, but just in the middle. Right, I know that this grid, the one that where the beam is in grid B. So I can set another work plane, and this time I will use the specify any work plane by name, and I will select the B one. Click OK. So if I show it, you will see that it's exactly the middle of our beam. So that's what I want. All right, so I'm gonna create the next plate right there. So let's go ahead and create plate, and we are going to draw it. So go here, and in this case, I'm gonna use the lines, right? I'm gonna do it like this, and then like this, close it there. All right, so there I have it. It's not center per se, but it's okay. We don't really need it exactly center. We could make it center, but in this case, just fine like that. If you want to make it center in the grid, you will have to change the work plane in a way so it will be in the middle. But in my case, it's just fine like that. So I'll click out of it and I'll deselect show the work plane. So now I have those two plates and I'm missing one more that will be in the bottom of this plate. So now I will go to pick a plane and I will look to select just the one in the bottom. If you're having issues selecting it like I have, just press tab. So now I have that selection and you can double check just by using the show the work plane. Right, so that's my work plane right now. So that's fine. And I can do it from the bottom. Let's use the bottom right there. All right, so we're going to create a plate and now we're going to use the rectangle tool. Same thing. We do it like this. Okay, just one click there and we are going to use temporary dimensions again just to make sure that we are consistent and that we have the same dimensions in both sides of this plate. So in this case, I'll give it 30 that side, and in this side, we're also going to give it 30, right? So there we have it. Now we can do some welding here. So we select the welding tool, we select one of the plates, then the other plate, then enter and just put a welding in there. Right, we're going to do the same here in this side. So we select one, we select the other one, enter, and just select the middle in there. We are also going to do the same here, enter, put one there, and in this side the same. So we select the welding tool, one element, and then the other. Enter, and now we can put our weld. And you see a symbol there? Well, that's indicating that the whole edge is being welded. Right, so now what is left is to apply some bolts. So to apply the bolts, we are going to select the bolts. Now we select the elements that we want to connect. So we want to connect those two, enter. And now it's asking me for a face. So in my case, I want the bolts in this face. And now I need to draw where do I want these bolts to show up. So in my case, I want them right here, and I'll use the temporary dimensions again to make sure I have something symmetrical. So select this one with this face and I'll make it on 35. Same with this one, 35. Top, let's make it 40. And in the bottom, I don't see the temporary dimensions. Now I can see them. So select this part and I'll make it 105. That's fine. Click OK. And by default, we have 4 bolts right there. So we want 6 in each side. So we can control that by using the properties window in number 1 side. And let's put 3 here just to show you. All right, so the number on side 1 is controlling the side that we want. So we want 6, just like that. As you can see, is too close to the edge. We can change that. See, so they are going in the middle. So let's change that. Let's change this. So instead of 35, let's do 25. Same in this side. Let's do 25. And in the top, let's change this to 30. All right. Let's see how they look now. Yeah, much better. So if for some reason you have something like I do where the beam is crossing your column, you can change that by going to a reflecting view, just like this one. And with AL, you can align to this section your beam. All right, I align one side, but the other side will go over. So in this case, I need to pull this way. Now I don't know how much space do I need. So to be able to control this, we will go back to the 3D view. So let's go back to our 3D view and we will create a connection here first. All right, so we select the elements that we want to connect. we go to the steel section and create a connection. So now we have that connection, which is a generic one. If you don't see anything in here, just it is a generic one. In our case, it's fine because we are not looking to create an automatic connection. So we will go to customize. We'll give it a name, just custom. And we know that it is a custom one, has my name in it. Now it is asking me to add elements to it. So I'm just going to draw a section like this, selecting everything and click on finish. Now if I select it, it's just the connection right there, right? So I can use it. So I can go here and I know that I have a connection right there. So I can copy it from the intersection right here to the intersection right there. Okay, so it's doing great, but I need to make sure that I align this to that point. Perfect. And now I want this connection also in the other side. So what I do is to draw a mirror like that and it will work. So you see, it's exactly what I wanted. Now you may have some beams that are not aligned with the grid. So you need to fix that, align, and we will repeat here this connection, copy it from the intersection to here. Same thing, I need to align there. Now that we have the other connection, I can copy it as well to this side and just bring this end of the connection of the beam to the plate. All right, and you can continue fixing all the rest. And let me show you how this looks on 3D. So it's like right there, and you can see them now. They are looking really good. So you can see them, they are looking great. So what if you want to create an automatic connection? Let me show you how you would do it, and I'll do just this one to give you an example. So I'm going to go to the level 2, make sure that this guy goes all the way to the column, and I'm gonna select both of them, this guy and this guy, and also go to steel and create a connection. Now I have just the generic symbol. You know, if you see it right there, that's the generic symbol in collection, and I don't have anything to select but the one that I created. So how do we go about bringing those connections? You can try to go to insert and load Autodesk family. That would be the case if you don't have them loaded, but chances are you already have them. So if you go here, you can see all the connections that you may have. If you don't see all of them, maybe it's because of the country that you are selecting. So make sure that you select the right one. Go to connections and see I have all these connections, maybe the steel ones, right? So we want all of them, really, just bring all of the connections. In my case, I already have them, and even though they are not showing up, I'll show you why. If you go to the steel where the connection section are, you will see a small arrow right there that says connection settings. If you click there, you will see a window pop up where you will see all your connections. So these are available, but they are not loaded. So you need to select all of them, or the ones that you want to use. In my case, all of them, and just add them. So once you do that, they are ready to be used. So if I select this generic connection once more, you will see that in the drop down now I have many options where I can pick from. And the one that I want to pick, let me see, maybe that one works, right? So just that is how you create automatic connections.